Red,
Listen might be
Red,
fine.
what happened last time?
Well, apparently we spent some time wandering with the group we are with, apparently saying our goodbyes with this band of merry smugglers who's been so gracious to take us through the lands as they made our way in the in between with them. Uh, of course, it was with Maeve saying goodbye to Hector against her will, as he seemed to be trying to do one last bit of teasing us before taking his leave, and she being unaware, apparently, that he is going to be a part of the crew for a little bit longer than just one little trip, a few trips between the in-betweens. As Charlotte as well said goodbye to Byron, trying to get some more information about that job they were doing with the Tristarads, but he's seemingly not willing to really give too much details, deflecting mostly, but enough that she understood that there was something more going on, as well as the fact that there were some shipments they did that may not incriminate them, may incriminate them, as he gave her a name of a place called the Two Keys, some type of gentleman's club um, run by the Blackwater group or gang, I believe, as well. And as regardless, though, we said our goodbyes. Hyman saying goodbye to Byron, and we were getting our weapons back. As Hector made himself known that well, he's here to stay, and apparently as well as the fact that him and Maeve will later on make a deal that she would probably come to regret a little bit there. As well, a few more weeks of travel, a few more times of talk and discussions about what to do next as we made ourselves to the city, and understanding that, well, we're going to be here to try to investigate and find out exactly what was going on and what the Tristram have been smuggling, something dangerous, something more. As I believe our lovely captain, Charlotte, went off to report while we went back into the city to find a place to stay, as well as finding clothing to make sure we properly blended without too many questions. And, well, Hector as well coming over to give us some more information. And I think as well with that, I had Maeve and Hector went on their, Hector wanted to finish that riddle that she gave him about touching the moon and some such that he seemed very confident about, much to her concern. As Charlotte decided to come along with, and Hyman wanted to watch, as I think only Icarus seemed to be the only one who was here for the job, as he went off to go drink and try to enjoy himself. And from the sidelines, Charlotte and Hyman watched as Hector took Maeve off into a boat to apparently go off to a little bit of the sea, and revealed his answer to the riddle to her, as she seemed flabbergasted with the whole thing. More so as well as when he gave her a pendant that seemed to be very well made, very expensive, and maybe a bit familiar, but she couldn't quite place it. And though she was upset by his answer, and especially when he dunked her into the water to ensure she wouldn't just fly off in rage, there was a bit of back and forth, talking about things, and she keeping her word, as Charlotte and Hyman placing bets and watching as he got punched. He did the dunking, which Charlotte was very happy about, and Maeve finding out apparently that Charlotte has been helping Hector in some small form or fashion, probably not the full extent. As she drenched, she went back to the tavern we were spending our time with. As Hector heckled on, and Charlotte and Hyman made their way back, and Icarus, of course, saw this too. Icarus, probably understanding here, overhearing a bit more what Hector was telling Charlotte about this pendant, decided to go chat with Maeve about it and see what her feelings about the whole thing is, as Maeve seemed to be unaware and not really believing the pendant's full price that he paid for it. He says he often was saying that he got it from the important person of our group, basically. Her name escapes me right now. As he explained more to Charlotte, apparently about some job they did, and it was his cut that he had taken it from. So Zach wouldn't get too upset, implying that he may have taken it without asking, but he fully believes it was in his right to do so. And revealing more about that job he and his group did, as well as a symbol that he didn't really understand was important, but he kind of vaguely remembers as he drew it out for Charlotte. And she couldn't quite place it. And gathering the rest of the group, she was able to find the answer, with Hyman revealing that it probably was a symbol of some sort to allow entryway to certain important places, maybe a ball or such. Basically, it's an official legal thing that should not be in the hands of any commoner or smuggler, for that matter. Implying that whatever they were taking had to go to the top, and gathering more information, talking more likely was possibly something dangerous, something that can cause a lot of harm for a lot of people. And the most important people, of course, were probably the ones who caught the blast. So more information on that regard, and trying to find out exactly if we can find out what the details are of the job. of course, Charlotte asked Maeve if she could probably try to convince Hector in her own way to give up the information more, but Maeve pushed back, saying that she wasn't necessarily comfortable with the idea of just doing that and asking if this was an order she would, but of course she would not be happy. And Charlotte, seemingly hearing Maeve's reaction and understanding that she's not wrong in the sense that Hector is our ally, decided to bring him to the table for a conversation. As Icarus asked Maeve about her feelings about Hector and why she seemed so reluctant about doing something that she should be fine with, and she snapping back at him. And I believe Icarus coming to a conclusion with that, as his most conclusions with the whole thing with Hector has been Thorman's the bridge, apparently. As he came back, we sat down to discuss about the plans and the best way to get, see exactly what was sold and where. As I believe Hector said, well, they're not too far off. We can get back to the smuggling group and sneak in and see exactly what it was they were doing and sneak back out. Or I'll do it, but basically we got to do it quietly and quickly, essentially. As I believe Hyman and Maeve are going to go along with Hector to do that, while I believe the others are going to try to see if they can find anything from this gentleman's club or anything here at that as well, which I think is what we did last time, just playing that.
Yeah. So, let's go with the team that's gonna sneak in. Is Hyman, Eve, and Hector. You kind of like in the morning, unless there's any other conversations you all want to have before split off.
Probably just a classic good luck, you know.
Yeah, just take care and gather.
Break a leg and whatnot. Yeah, but...
Yeah.
Yeah. Then as you're walking, Hector will be like, "Okay, so walk me through it again."
What is there to be walked through? We're going to go in, hopefully find your old van, sneak in to find, I guess, important documents directing towards this job of yours that you did, and sneak out.
Wait, you're gonna... I'm not, now I'm confused. Out of character.
Was that not the original plan, or maybe
Who
I'm
are you going to
misremembering?
rob then?
It was a noble who they
The
gave
noble,
the
yeah.
documents to.
Yes, I'm so sorry. Yeah,
Okay.
I apologize. I couldn't remember. That was on me.
Okay. So I'm like, oh. So I go in, do the sneaking, find all the documents, and
I think now remembering that it's supposed to be a nobleman, I don't see. I think Maeve would volunteer herself to sneak in as well, so I assume it's a group effort instead of just one person.
I couldn't make the obvious joke. It'll be like when it says, "Can you even sneak in properly?"
I should be fine sneaking in. Is that going to be an issue, or do you have some doubts?
I don't know. Those spiders had doubts.
Yeah.
Very well. If that's the case, then surely Hyman will be just as well with sneaking in too, unless you believe that you can do it alone without assistance.
Only if I had the right motivation.
I assume the right motivation includes getting a job well done and stopping some horrible event from happening.
Listen. We can all sneak. No, one after the other. If and only if I get to be the person right after you.
Is that a particular reason why?
Well, I need something to look at.
How about you go on ahead as being the brave person, brave shield to ensure we, the tip of the spear, as they say.
Well,
Don't you. Don't.
I was just gonna say, if you wanted to stare at my ass, that's okay too.
Yes, we'll go with that. I'm sure your ego can accept that. We could just go on, do the job, and get things done. No
Or
messes.
Or I can stare at your ass if it's fine for you, Hector.
Don't mind that, I guess. Pretty good ass. Don't you agree, Eve?
I'm sure it's a wonderful ass. She would no, she wouldn't even pat him on the shoulder. She would
Red
just
almost just like shot herself in the head. I saw it. I saw it for a moment.
Red's like a magnet. She's attracted to him. She's trying to resist the pull. You're going against your natural urges, Red.
But she would just shake her head. It says, "Well, there you go. It goes Hector, Hyman, then me."
I really gonna you do understand though that like sneaking in a conga line is gonna be quite difficult.
Possibly so. We don't even know what the layout or this
Actually, yeah,
person
that's right.
necessarily
You
could be.
don't.
We can spend time at least under trying to figure that out. The very least. Hyman, do you have any thoughts?
I think it's better for Hector to go first because he knows better the place. So
True.
Well,
Phew.
listen, you'll know because technically we're gonna sneak into the university. Well, it's not the public area. It's the private part. All the rich professors live. Because I think both of you would be educated enough to understand that, like, sprites don't have nobility like fairies do, but more or less the high class, the high ruling class of society is made out of university professors, because most of them are the ones that teach, are the ones that usually have the most accredited inventions and have the most amount of wealth. Tends to focus on the higher echelons of the university. So when you spray like a sprite noble, they don't have that. It's actually just basically means someone high up in academia. But yeah, as make your way, as you'll take a small boat from the port and you'll begin sailing towards where the university is located. And let's see what the other group is doing.
Well, Grunt, I believe we were going to a den of scum and villainy, I believe, so that we can try and gather some information.
Yeah. As both you and Icarus make your way, and it takes you a bit, as you will have to go towards sort of the poorer area of town. And let me add a note. Self. As you make your way through the narrow alleyways, are you gonna go to it during the day or in the evening?
Probably the evening.
So I'm reading chat. Max saving.
Oh shit. Um, you know what, Mac? That was a good one. It's a good one, Mac. I'll give you that one.
No, I need to answer him.
The arms race is worth pursuing.
Listen, I would listen. Fading to black is fine. I didn't need him to roleplay. I would have just like pull the trigger and let Dick deal with the consequences. But yeah. So sorry, Hate. Can you? So are you going into like evening or midday?
Sorry, I'm reading something. Evening.
Yeah. So as you arrive, there's a bit of activity as people are going in and out of the place. You can see the sort of rickety wooden sign hanging above the door. As you'll
Is it the piss and shitter grunt?
no, it's what? It's a
Sorry,
gentleman's
old
club.
joke.
It's
The
a,
Old
two
joke.
keys.
this is not even a bar, Hate. This is a gentleman's club. I will
My bad, my
remind
bad.
you. It would be kind of bad if this was a piss and shitter kind of place. But yeah, as you'll go in, and well, I'm not sure if you have a game plan you want to talk before approaching this.
Pretty much just like, so we're gonna pretend to be smugglers, and if they don't believe that, we'll say, all right, we're actually working for some interested parties, and we're we're willing to grant some pretty nice favor for some information on like the who the who the person is who's like paying for this job. It's pretty much what we're trying to get out of it. I will try. I'm going to try my best to sweet talk him.
Icarus will be like, I'll pretend to be the scary bodyguard. Best of a silver tongue. Not the best of a silver tongue. I'll leave it talking to you.
I hope you don't put too much faith in me.
Ah, well, it's probably leagues above mine, and at most, so maybe if there's some intimidation required, but I don't think this belongs in a place like this.
Yeah. And as you make your way in, um, the bouncer at the front just kind of looks at, checks you out a bit, but doesn't like stop you or anything. As you move in, and sort of the atmosphere hits you, because even though this is in a sort of poor area of town, it's definitely not a place that cheapens out on its appearances, as you can smell the smoke and the alcohol sort of emanating from the place. As you walk in, you see a long bar where beautiful women just serve drinks, as there's like a lot of you see both Slua, mostly sprites, as well as maybe a one or two boggarts that are enjoying their time here. As you can give me, this would be an investigation with street.
Sure. Can we both do that?
The both only one grunt.
I mean, you can both roll.
Okay.
Because my street is. 'Cause
If
that pool is
if
not
it's
great.
shit, don't roll. If it's shit, don't roll.
Yeah,
Remember,
you know,
failures
like,
do have some consequences. It's like too basic.
yeah, I'm refraining from rolling. I only have 2 dice.
I can reroll. It's not the worst. It's not the worst, huh?
Now, God, before he rerolls, are you accepting partial successes?
No, I decide that only after you reroll.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, you got
There you
it.
go. Yeah, so as you can clearly tell that there's like people who come in here to just sort of relax and enjoy the amenities this place provides, from most likely illegal gambling to prostitutes, drinks that are quite cheap for how qualitative they are. But there's also a lot of individuals who are here to do business. While they do try to sort of mask themselves, to you, Icarus, they're quite obvious who they are. But there is something else
Reminds
you
me of-
notice.
oh.
You notice that there's a certain. You see a certain woman that's off one of the tables in a corner, as you catch as some of the newly arrived patrons, the ones that are here clearly to do business, did just kind of go up to her and sort of pay their respect almost, indicating that this may be something you would like to do as well if you're gonna try to at least pretend to be criminals.
Excellent work.
Yeah. Reminds me of home. Alright then, let's just do a local fixer.
Sounds good. Have you figured her out yet?
It's the lady over there. Say, point to the people.
Don't actually point.
I'll not point out. I will
Okay.
point out, not point at.
Okay.
Very. Listen. Minor differences here.
Minor
Very,
differences.
yeah,
Major
very small words.
differences.
Yeah, major consequences in terms of translation.
Like, yeah, that woman right there. That's the
No.
one.
Yeah, no. I point her out, not point at, to make sure there's no
Thank you.
miscommunication here.
Perfect. All right.
By Mac only hate misunderstood that.
I did actually. I got scared. I'm sorry. I didn't.
Listen, we're
trust you.
paranoid, Grunt. We're paranoid of you, Grunt.
Better go pay our respects then.
As you'll wait for the other two to finish, and then as they wait you to walk in, as she looks at you with indifference mostly. A polite smile, but clearly just one out of courtesy.
Charlotte, I like. Oh, did the other guys like do like slight bows and stuff?
Yes. It's not like
Um,
super formal, but it is like so it's like a bit. There's a lot of
Yeah.
reverence and respect.
Charlotte will do the same, you know, and just say, "Mom, thank you for."
Well, listen,
allowing us."
hate. Let me stop you for a moment, because
Okay, I've stopped.
I will have you. I will have to roll me etiquette with street.
Aye, Captain.
I believe in you. I will like
Okay.
Icarus to also roll me this.
How many?
2 basic.
Okay, it's basically okay. We failed because it's basically impossible. Listen, I might roll a crit.
I'm almost there. Shit. All right,
Yeah,
gentlemen,
definitely fail
I'll
this
pull
one.
the crowd. Should I reroll? Maybe I could.
I think you shouldn't, because I will 100% fail unless I fucking roll a crit, because I only have 3 dice on this one.
All right.
Oh, it's only 2
Okay.
dice. Oh, I get decided. Oops. Can I just roll?
Yeah, you rolled
additional?
society, not street.
Can I roll? Yeah. Just I'm sure. Can I just roll 1 dice, or do I just roll the entire?
Reroll.
I'll select the thingy.
Go smoke, my lady.
Ah, look at this.
Oh my god!
at this.
What a hero!
Icarus is feeling right at home. This reminds him of the fucking Undertown.
Yeah, it's Charlotte.
Let's go, Mac.
Yeah, you do say. What did you say? Greetings, my lady.
No, nice. Hello, ma'am. Thanks for having us this evening.
Icarus,
Well,
you get the feeling that Charlotte's coming up to ask it.
Too formal.
Too formal to
yeah.
ask it.
Yeah. Sorry about my friend here. Has to be a bit too polite. New to the game.
It's fine. I'm used to people wanting things from me. So what do you want?
I just want to say hi. And introduce ourselves, you know?
Quite a formal introduction as she looks at you, Charlotte. Because whether you like it or not, 8, you did fail the roll. So
I did fail the roll, Grunt.
You did. Your body language did default towards the militaristic posture. It was a bit too
I've been
stiff.
away from home too long.
It's a bit too stiff for these people. As well, how can I help you too?
Well, we're looking to meet up with. Pop this out of my mouth. I'm just fucking up my voice. We're looking to meet up with someone who can provide us with a job. And they told us the name of the gang, right?
Yeah, the Blackwater gang. Everybody knows them around here.
Yeah. We're told the Blackwater gang likes to work around these parts.
She sort of has a moment, looks around the place and says, "Guess you could say that."
Can I do an insight, or do I need to even do an insight check on her fucking body language as I kind of react to
You
how
don't need to.
she reacts to shot? Yeah.
It's it is a bit funny, but how she phrased
I
it.
assume the Blackwater gang is all around us.
Yes.
Yeah.
There was a hint of irony in Charlotte's voice, like a bit of a smirk. She knows that they're in the Blackwater Kings thing, but she was like, "Hey." We're told that there's a bigger job going on to a lot of our kind, some material movements.
She sort of looks at you and says, "Interesting things you seem to hear."
We have some friends in the business who told us that it was lucrative.
Hmm.
Is it still going on, or did we miss out?
No. But you're asking for quite the job.
Didn't realize it was exclusive.
No, it's just highly dangerous.
Oh?
Such things should be discussed in an appropriate setting, as she invites you both to sit, as she will pour you a glass of whiskey.
Absolutely.
Nice stuff.
She lights up her own cigar and says, "So, where exactly did you hear about this supply shipment?"
I'm sure you know selling out with your buddies is a bit uncouth, but needless to say, we have a few friends who are in the same line of business, and they gave us a tip that this was a good place to find work. We usually work in other parts of the house, but we found ourselves here and, well, a little short on cash.
Ah, I understand. Your friends, I suppose, are also in the business.
Sure are.
Would gonna say any of you want to give me an investigation
Absolutely,
society?
yeah. Absolutely.
I'll give it my
Unfortunately,
best shot.
unfortunately, you said something.
I fucked it up.
What difficulty grunt, if any, or
This is like too basic.
listen? I might roll a crit.
I didn't.
Listen, Mac, let's see how many times you can defy fate, I guess, in a single.
Listen, it's better. It's 4 dice rather than 3.
Mac!
Get this.
Mac, I'm so glad you're here!
You clearly realize that she is now probing for information. And this is quite the tense subject.
Mm-hmm.
Now you don't realize this. Shut the fuck up, hate. This is only Icarus realizes this.
I'm agreeing with you, bro.
As,
Fuck.
you realize, Icarus, you don't think they're in on the material supply thing, but at the very least they know. So they know something is going on that's related to large shipments, but you don't think they are in on it. But they sure would like to know who is, and I think now she looks at you two as her best lead at the figuring out who the fuck did this.
Fuck. How do I try? How to? I'm thinking.
Mac, you're cooking this session. I believe in you.
Well, now comes the dangerous step of the plan. Now I have to talk.
Gonna say, yeah.
You pulled it off once, Mac.
You can. You could show your hand, so be like, listen, we're not with the guys. We also want to catch them.
Yeah.
Because right now she assumes you're in league with or at least work with the same people, and you haven't.
Yeah. Basically, like this. They're not our friends. Basically, they're not our friends. It's basically what you're
Yeah.
saying.
And it's not like if they learn you're part of the fucking authorities, they'll like execute you.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's let's show our hands here a bit. Yeah. Because we'll say what my companion meant to say is friends in a liberal and loose term. Let's just say we are. It's more friend of a friend. We're not exactly friends with the people running the gig.
Oh, you still know them? I would like to. They say get in touch.
Oh, we actually weren't told who was giving out the job.
Well, you certainly must know something. Not who was given out the job, then who did it? Where did they get it? Basic information.
Greg, we were told they got the job from here, right?
Well, I mean, Hector is like, well, Zach, this is where a lot of the jobs kind of go through.
Oh, this was when I talked to Byron. Byron was the one who told me this. Remember, like I talked to him privately, and I'm just like, "Yo, help us out here. What's the deal with the shipment?" And he said, "Okay, go to this place. This is where we got the job. That's where if you want to find out more, go here."
Yeah, but it's still like it's not like I don't think Byron name dropped anyone specifically.
No, he only dropped the. He name dropped the
He
club.
dropped the gang.
the club and the gang, which is basically meaningless. Hate
That's like, well,
That's-
we
yeah.
did business at. Yeah, that.
the Italian mafia. We did a bit of the
Yeah.
Italian mafia.
Okay.
But
Yeah, I think when she finds out that when she realizes that she doesn't know, she's just like,
sorry. Well, can you hate first, or Icarus would like to interject?
if you want to interject, that's fine.
Interject,
I
Mac.
was
Please
gonna-
save hate from what
Yeah,
it's
save
about
me.
to do. Fucking stupid.
Yeah, you know what, Mac? You're cooking this session. You're cooking. Keep going.
The problem is, yeah, I'm just gonna go with the show my hand approach here, but so yeah, Icarus will say, well, you see, in that case, well, actually, we hope that you might know them, but in case you don't know, well, then we're both aligned in the fact that we want to find them.
Be that as it may, still haven't given me much to go on.
Fuck. Should I fucking throw fucking Byron and the gang under the bus here?
No. Listen.
I don't think that's, I think
Let's
that's too much.
Let's see.
No, Mac. Let's finish that sentence. Ignore this. Like,
Promise, fuck. Back up. Fuck.
okay, well then interject in character hate. I think this should...
I was. It's like, it's weird. He said he got the job from you guys, but I guess she was lying.
Oh my
Who said?
first.
Smuggler pals. Did they ever tell us that they had a gang name, or did they just? Yeah, we're just like so. It would just be like so and so's group.
Yeah, I don't think they have an actual gang.
Yeah,
name.
no.
Yeah.
No. Have you heard about none done by the fellow name of fuck, what's the name? Fucking Bjorn?
Byron.
A fellow by the name of Byron, and I believe a settlement by the name of Zach.
Yes. They've been operating in
one.
this area for some time.
Yeah, they're the ones who told us to come here. I think it's a bad tip.
And who are you, though? I've never recalled you being amongst their friends.
No, we don't work with their group.
No, clearly not.
Charlotte.
I don't think you
Listen.
work with any criminal group.
It has been a while. But we
So-
are interested in finding these people as well. Maybe we can help
We-
each other.
I only work with people I can trust, and been not
Well-
completely honest with me, Charlotte, have you?
At this point, sorry.
I think then let's start off on a better foot. We'll come clean to you if you come clean to us, huh?
Why not?
We're with the Sentries, and we're working to, well, put a stop to some rather radical groups, the Tristerids, no friends of ours. We believe they're using these shipments to do something big. We're not sure what, though.
I don't care much for your fairy politics, but have been rumors going about people high up in the administration that are funding certain ventures. Not just materials, but weapons, tools, paying a lot of money, whoever's willing to brave the in-betweens to transport them. Now, normally I'm not opposed to good business, but People like you knocking at my door, that's bad business.
Then why don't we work together to fix this business?
Well, you say Byron and he got the job from here. I offer this place as a meeting ground for anyone who has shown good faith in the past. Maybe it's time to try and bait who offered their job. I will pass the message along that some new smugglers are in town looking to, a bit desperate on cash and looking to make a big score. The buyer should reveal themselves to you.
Much appreciated. Both our sakes, let's hope this gets resolved quickly.
I'll warn you. Whoever is behind this, you can't move this much, this quickly, and this quietly without help from the local authorities.
We'll keep that in very close mind then.
Take care,
I
both
don't
of you.
doubt what you're saying.
And remember, Charlotte, criminals don't keep their backs straight all the time.
Been away from home for a very long time. I'll have to relearn some of the habits.
She nods. Yeah. Unless you want to delight in the fine establishment.
Nah, not
you
really.
take your leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, because after taking a leave.
Oh, did she ever introduce herself?
No, I don't think you asked.
Well, I said like where's where's Charlotte, and that's
Yeah.
Before we go there, you never mentioned your name.
Correct. I didn't.
Charlotte, come on, let's go. Listen.
Ah well.
Yeah, that's Charlotte. Nicholas walk out as we go shot. I've been away from Antitesna for quite a bit, eh? Have dealt with much.
As she starts like counting on her fingers. 6, 10, 14 years? Maybe more?
Never dealt with much with smugglers on your routes. I'm on hunting spiders and whatnot, on keeping the wildlife away from the routes.
Sorry, what'd you say? It was kind of hard to hear you.
Oh, sorry, I apologize. Yeah. I see. I haven't been dealing much with smugglers and whatnot. Been hunting more into bandits and wildlife.
It's been learning to swing a sword, learning to swing a sword, then swinging a sword.
Oh, then let's tread carefully, because that fucking gear they were packing was military. By the way, was it fair to assume the gear they were packing was already high? Was it military grade or was it just high quality mercenary stuff?
You're talking about the first group we ran into?
The guys with the guns, yeah.
How would you make the difference?
What
do these categories even mean?
I don't know. Right then, never mind then. If no, it's simple no.
Implies military is high grade.
Right then.
No, I'm genuinely asking, what are you trying to ascertain? Because I
basically, it was way above, even for example, for an expensive for example, for a rich, for a wealthy smuggling group.
Yes, smugglers don't need to carry that much firepower.
Yeah, okay, that was
Smugglers,
basically what I was asking. That's what I was asking, Grant. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was what I was asking. Yeah, those guys are packed with serious firepower, so Get some friends here and with the fucking sprites. Well, let's hope the others will be more successful in their infiltration. Gonna be honest, urban espionage now was my specialty.
Well, you actually did quite well. I think it was actually me who was holding us back. And I think we actually did pretty good. Do what, Grunt? Yeah, you know what? Maybe you should be the leader.
We'll see how that continues, especially once we get into dealing with the proper investigating the administration proper. And for now, let's sit back and pray to the stars that the other team is faring similarly successful.
Yeah. As we'll take you roughly about a day or two sail, so they will be gone for a bit. You will sail into sort of the other side of the bathtub as you dock into port, and I guess we'll follow Hector through the labyrinthine streets to as close as you can get to the rich areas before Hector will turn to you and be like, okay, so can you bypass the local patrols? Because, well, they will be asking questions of people like us there.
Ooh. I assume sneaking is patrol shouldn't be too difficult.
Depends. Are you gonna do better than you did with the spiders?
You're not gonna let that go, are you?
No, I will keep reminding you your entire life.
It was a one-time thing. It shouldn't happen again.
It'd be really funny if it did, though.
No, and if it does happen, continue on with the mission. One man down shouldn't stop this whole thing from crashing.
Well, it depends how hard you get caught, but
Then I'll race back towards I don't know, escape and try to use that as a distraction if I get caught. How about that?
What about you, old man? Can you sneak around, or?
Yeah, I hope I will do better this time, especially after your advices.
Listen, the important part is remember, sometimes it's not about hiding behind crates, it's just making sure they do not notice you. You could be walking by them. I would never
So
tell.
trying to blend in, like
Yes. I would never tell that to Maeve. See, she would never blend it. But you
What?
have that air about you.
How come I can't blend in?
I don't know. You just transmit the vibe of I will hit you in the face every time I disagree with you.
That's only because you, and I will hit you in the face and have hit you in the face. That's a you problem, not the rest of the world.
Well, I knew I was special to you. Just
Oh
confirms it.
gosh.
Damn.
I'm gonna. Let's take this seriously before I decide to ruin this by trying to kill you with my bare hands. We're trying to become better people here.
But you
I'm trying to
can't
become a better person.
sabotage the mission just for your petty revenge, unless that petty revenge involves a lot of, well, physical activity. Because you'll have to catch me. You'll have to like. Oh, you'll have to wrestle with me. Maybe I'm starting to like get around on this idea.
We are going to do this mission. We're going to get it done and report back immediately afterwards. You control yourself. Hyman, I
Done nothing.
apologize.
It's fine, but don't forget that we need Hector to succeed in this mission.
Of course. Of course. Thank you for a reminder.
Well, I'll let you choose what you want to roll for this. To get by, you can use Illusion Street, or you can use Illusion Society if you want to just sort of look like you belong here.
I'm not going to use that society. I'm not a fool. Okay.
Yeah, me neither.
Just treat it. It's only one critical. Don't worry about it. There we go. There's I see one success and I see one failure.
Complete fumble.
Hyman, no.
Yeah, so you no, this is gonna be funny. Give me a moment.
The funny thing is, we were gonna do this last session because Hammer would miss. We don't make him auto fail. He failed. Yeah, he failed that anyway.
Mikhail will never learn what happens to people who miss sessions.
Whoopsie.
Leave the game when you miss a
I've
session.
traumatized these people, Mihai.
If you miss a session, you can leave the game.
They are
It's
so
over.
scared now. I need to find give me a moment. I need to find the perfect evil mother vibe.
Your mother.
I'm sorry, that's what she is. You'll see one. It's not exactly subtle. It's not exactly.
Mother goth.
Mindful.
Could go for an evil dad, but that we all know that's never gonna happen. Oh, actually, ones ain't too bad. Yeah, as what else? Need to also double check something. I don't think you would fail this bad. Might
me
as
neither.
well. Might as well throw you into Okay, never mind. I do have no back. Just lets me do whatever. Also get the last family name.
I don't think so.
Yes, yes. You, Mac, get out of the script. Get out of the script, Mac. Oh, I just realized. Why does the sprite have the fucking oh, it's so bad. It's getting worse in my head. Remind me, I think sprites do have the sort of American name conventions, right?
I think so. Let me
You,
double check.
the lore nerds, I need you to tell me.
Give me 1 second. I don't really look at sprites, so at least in that.
Mac, where are you?
He went off. He left.
Oh my god. No.
He said he'll be right back. You didn't see
No.
it?
God damn it.
Yeah, apparently they do some German names too.
It would be so nice if it wasn't like spread through like 15 bajillion books.
I know.
Yeah, they do have some German names. You are right, because it's like a couple. Mac, you're back. Tell me, do Slua, not
What?
Slua, do sprites have like American-ish names or?
American.
Yeah,
It can be
Yeah.
both American. The Boggart are more English.
because I just realized, why does Kalida
Gra-
have a Slua name?
Grant, their national motto is literally pluribus unum, which is literally the American like national motto. You literally have the
Williamson
White
it
House and
is.
fucking Congress.
Williamson it is, and I just realized Kalida has
Why do
a
you think I call them American? Why do you think I keep calling them Americans, Grunt?
yeah. Thank
They're
you,
just, they're
Red.
just redcoats.
Look, bro, her mom just saw a book with Sluha stuff. It's like, you know what? I like that name. I'll steal it for myself. you know?
Yeah,
Maybe that's what happened.
totally not an homage to her secret lover. 100%.
We don't judge moms here.
Is that a vampire? I'm sorry,
Yes,
good.
vampires in the
I'm gonna
household game.
shoot Mac. I'm gonna just tell him. Why don't you find me good character pictures, Mac, that fit the sprite evil mother look?
I will. Give me 2 weeks. I will assemble the Pinterest. It's
Nah,
being
you
built.
keep lying to me. I stop believing that shit.
I will give you the link, Grunt. You can see it being built live.
Let me see. I don't think Red has anything better.
Yeah, I have some in there. I don't know if it's at the bottom though, because I didn't realize you were going to use sprites at all.
I also need them to fit the evil mother aesthetic.
Oh yeah, okay. Added more to the criteria here.
Unlike Mac, I'm like, oh, is that a vampire? Shoot you, Mac. I'm gonna find you and kill you for this.
Grant has a love.
Yeah, as you, who the fuck emoted? Oh, God, I'm gonna kill Hate 2 now.
What?
Can't believe this. More people to the shopping list.
Listen, he stopped himself from the boss lady. He didn't say anything for the boss lady. Look at that. He's growing.
Oh shit, you're right. I forgot to do something.
God damn it, hate. I'm trying to
Thank you
save
for
you.
reminding me, Red.
As Hammond, you're trying to sneak by because you're trying to keep up with the two of them, but They're like younger. You're not in your prime anymore, as you do just kind of stumble into some crates, and it's pretty bad as all of them sort of fall on top of you. I'm just gonna give you the heart condition because you kind of just bruise yourself and sprain a leg. It's quite painful. As the two of you look back as you hear like these crates collapsing on him from your own hiding places, as you hear like someone sort of giving orders. As Hammond, you realize quickly that there's like guards that are sort of removing the debris off of you to help you get from underneath him, as the woman is just standing there looking at you. I could, sir, are you all right?
Apologize. Yeah, I am all right. Yeah.
Oh, you don't look all right. Please, would you kindly help him? I need. This isn't. Oh, and she's gonna indicate for. You realize these aren't gendarmes. These are personal guards. This is like the porcelain guard are the military of the fucking elite troops of the sprites of the free dominions. As they're gonna sort of help you get up and let you lean on them, as she gestures for them to follow her. You both realize Haimund is being taken away. Sector goes to him like, "Oh, beautiful, angry chief in charge. What do we do now?"
Yet.
Do you want me to save him from the evil stepmother, or should you?
At the very least, the mission still takes precedence. And wait, evil stepmother? Is that what we're calling her?
I mean, usually evil stepmothers are hot. She's hot.
Of course, you would say that. Okay, we need to get Hyman out of there. If nothing else, let's go get him. Can't just leave him behind.
Just for the record, the only reason I'm not calling you that is because you're not old enough to stepmother. I have everything
you.
else. Everything else you have. Less subtlety, more brawling, but we can work on that.
Yes, because that is exactly the first thought that came to my mind when you said that. Of course, nothing else. Come on, let's go.
I can help you with the kids part.
Oh,
So, I get back in character. She's just like, stop talking. You're not allowed to talk anymore. Come on.
Only I had something else to do with my mouth.
She is not gonna say anything to that. I have to control my first response. We've got to go get Hyman.
So yeah, Haimund, as sort of you're being helped by these guards, as this woman looked at you and says, "My house is quite nearby. At the very least, make sure you're all right before we send you away. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. My name is Esther Williams. Who might you be, my good sir?" As she looks at your clothing, because I think you're still dressed in the sort of dirty court clothing, right?
Yeah. Nice to meet you. That is a bit. I'm a bit embarrassed because we meet in that way. I am Haimund. It's nice to meet you.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance. You get lost. You don't look like a sailor, I'll be honest.
Well, I am between jobs right now. I do a little bit of that, a little bit of that.
Well,
Depends on who pays more or better.
gonna have to roll me an eloquence roll right there, mister.
Yay. Too basic.
Yeah. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah. She sort of nods. It's like, of course. As they will help you through the streets as you get brought to this large, like almost like 3-story house. As they bring you in, she signals. You see a servant. She says, "Go fetch the doctor. You two bring him over. There's a guest room here." As the guards would let you kind of sit you down on the couch. Different servant. Shall I bring you anything to drink, sir?
Yeah, a little bit of water should be perfect. Thank you so much.
As the servant nods and walks away, she'll have her jacket off and sort of sits in the armchair across from you. Says, "Now, of course, if you were a sailor, what exactly were you doing in the streets so far off from the port?"
I guess I was a bit drunk and I think I get lost.
I do not smell an ounce of alcohol off of you, though.
Well, yeah, by the look of me, as you can see, I am a bit old. So the hangover is still here.
Worry not. Get you patched up, and well, you'll be able to be on your way.
Thank you for your kindness.
It's no bother. I think we should always be helping out others in need. As well, on the outside, Meave and if you see sort of this large house that they brought them in. Sector's like, "Oh, she's loaded."
Yes. And she has apparently do we see the guards that she took with her at all? Do we see them go with inside
Yes,
it seems
they
very
went
well?
inside.
And she's able to not sure it's often. Is that weird? Actually, I want to ask before I say it. Is it weird that she was able to command the guards, or can I assume it's because of her? She would be a high
So,
rank enough to do that.
so the thing is, everyone here is sort of rich in this sport, but
Mm.
being able to just have your own personal fucking squad, yeah, definitely means super high up, like someone very important.
And it means that she is, well, very high ranking, someone important, and someone we can't really be, would rather not be in the clutches of, mostly because that means she remembers our face, which we don't want anyone to remember our face. Correct.
Sorry, what are you saying?
What? I was saying that she's a high ranking. Were you?
No, I'm sorry. It's your face. Yes, yes. She's high ranking, important. Yes. Are you gonna
And
tell
grab him
me? Gonna tell me that water's what next?
over my shoulders. I need you to listen and control those impulses that I don't even know what is the main focus here for you right now. We need to get Hyman out of there
You know the
and
main
not.
focus. Yes. Let's. Sh- I'll be honest. Imon's not the best liar.
Yes, and he is, which is why I'm mainly concerned. The longer he's in there, the more information she can find out, which is a problem because we're here. We need to get him quickly. So, what do you propose?
Well, I don't know. You're the one leading this expedition.
Wonderful, wonderful.
I mean,
Well,
I could do something to like get him out, but it's risky, dangerous. Comes at quite a deep personal cost.
Very well, Hector. What are you proposing, and what price must be paid for it?
Hmm. I want. I want you to admit something that you would never otherwise admit it to.
Okay. Do you ever? I can admit something that I would never otherwise admit. What would that be, Hector? What would
Whatever
that be?
fits that description. I don't care. It's your riddle to solve.
Very well, Hector. I agree. When do I can, as long as you help get Hector out of there, not sorry, Hector, but Hyman out of there, I agree.
Very well. Be here ready when the people start screaming as he like sort of goes off.
He nods, mostly with exasperation and worry.
Yeah. Inside, one of the servants will come around and sort of bandage some of your scratches and bruises. As Esther will sort of drink from a coffee cup. So tell me, Aimund the sailor, who was also hungover, how does one, how does a fairy even come to be a sailor in Tupperdale?
So, wait 2 minutes out of character. Can I signal Charlotte and Hector?
Charlotte.
Sorry, Maven, Hector, some signals to continue the mission and not try to save me?
The
Because I
problem,
think it's
the problem is they were hidden, so you had no way, you didn't know where they are.
okay, so I don't know they are
Yeah,
coming for.
and you're
Okay.
now inside the house. They're outside, so you don't even know the.
Okay. Yeah, makes sense. But yeah.
Plus, I'll tell you
Um.
right now, I don't think they would have listened to you anyways.
So yeah, what was the question?
How does a fairy become, well, a sailor?
Well, I guess I was tired um of fighting and missions, and I just want to enjoy fishing. So yeah, something like that.
I'm just, I. Everyone is entitled to their secrets, Hyman. But come on, you're a horrible liar.
Am I, though?
Yes, you are obviously not a sailor, and you are obviously not just uh, bumbling drunk.
Okay, I can give you that. You are right. But what do you think I am hiding?
I don't know, but I'm a curious individual by nature.
Um. Yeah, I think I we know we have to know each other better, so I can feel more safe to share information about me.
Of course, of course. You need to share information. I'm just curious how you came to be here.
Well, I guess curiosity about this part of the world. Nothing special.
She kind of like sighs as she leans back. And you know what? You can give me an investigation with society, right? That's the insight roll.
Too basic.
Insight. So, yeah, so no, sorry. Insight with society. Yeah, one basic.
It's getting worse.
As well, at the very least, I want you to understand you're not in any sort of danger, whatever. You're not a smuggler, are you? Yeah, I think you would be better at this if you were.
Yeah.
Listen, whatever trouble you're in, the safe house. You can rest here. The doctor will be here soon. Patch you up, and I recommend you rest. And in the morning, you'll take your leave. Wandering the streets at night can be dangerous, especially when
Yeah.
a pile of crates almost killed you.
Yeah. I guess I should know better.
Happens to the best of us.
Yeah, looks like. But again, thank you for your help.
No worries. I do enjoy helping people. As sure if there's any conversations you would like to broach with her.
I guess not. I'm too embarrassed now.
As she'll begin making small talk, as she'll inform you, sort of. She'll inform you of the. She'll let you know, as she apparently is part of the faculty of the university, as she'll sort of make small talk regarding the last couple of days. But she's obviously sort of sad, worried. There's a lot on her mind, that's for sure. As eventually you will hear, like, you can feel it first. This acrid smell, as from the outside, you realize what Hector is doing. He may have just set fire to the roof of the house.
Ah,
As inside suddenly there's like servants running about, as you see, like, one of the guards enters the room and says, "My lady, the house has caught ablaze. We need to get all of you out." As she like looks a bit worried, then nods as she'll gesture for the guard to help you out as well, Hyman. As everyone is evacuating this place. As and you can see them on the outside, Maeve, as they are evacuating. Hector is now back with you. It's like, nothing. Little old tactic won't work.
you know what? You know what? This is on me. This is my fault for assuming. You know what? We'll make good on the bad situation. Where the hell is Hyman?
I should be walking out any moment now. And what? Starting fires is my specialty, especially underneath people's asses.
You could have done better with that one. That
I don't
I'm
know.
not even.
You want to try it?
No, our job still can hopefully be salvageable here. Oh God, keep an eye out, and please, no more. Let's have no more horrible things happening. Appreciate that.
He kind of just, his eyes kind of start falling down.
I'm ignoring you. She's keeping an eye out for Hyman to see a good opportunity to try to get him out of there without anyone noticing, hopefully.
Yeah. Eventually, you see people like servants going out, guards, and eventually you will see the woman and Haimund as they're all sort of rushing out, coughing slightly, as the upper floor of the house has started to emanate smoke from all the fucking windows. Hector looks and says, "There he is. Should we like bonk one of the guards on the head or like what?"
To make it look like a kidnapping at the very least, or would that cause more upset if they have one of theirs attacked?
Well, I mean, I can kidnap the old lady if you want, but
Why would we kidnap an old woman?
she's rich. Got money. Ransom.
We're not here for money. We're here for a job. Let's grab Hyman when
say
no
you
one.
wanted the distraction, my god.
Is it possible to grab Hyman without anyone noticing if their main focus should be getting the servants and I assume the lady of the household out?
Depends how good your illusion is.
My illusion's at 3, so I would have 5 dice if that's street, of course.
It's gonna be 1 critical, but
Mm. You said butt grunt. Is there more to that?
no. If you're willing to gamble with it.
I guess I still can't see them, right?
No.
3 dice, not the worst to reroll.
Yeah, I will reroll if that's all
Because
right.
if you could see them, the guards could as well.
Yeah,
Well,
I lost.
as you try and like sneak up, as Hyman is like off to the side, and sort of the guards leaves him there to like go help the others sort of put out the fire. You kind of just stumble into a bottle as it sort of like kind of collapses and like makes a noise. And Hyman, you glance behind you as you see Maeve like kind of trying to get to you. Problem is, Maeve, Esther also kind of looks at you and sees you.
Yeah, was there anything in the bottle? It was just a simple bottle, right?
It's just a bottle,
made
yeah.
noises.
Made noise.
Oh, for love of... Oh, there you are. Jeez. Oh, shit. Okay. Fuck. I was joking to see that find fire, find you. Are you okay? Is everyone okay? She's gonna try to act concerned to try to pull this off, Grunt. I don't know how well she's doing.
Listen. Play it out.
Yeah. She will try to get up hurriedly, hopefully not giving Hector's position away in any way. She's going to try to look concerned for Hyman and the situation at hand.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of rush them. You see he has the sprained ankle and some cuts and bruises, but nothing too bad.
Yeah. Oh. What happened? I lose my eyes off you for a few minutes and you already looked like you had a bad fight. And a fire, apparently?
You must be the other sailor.
Yeah. Lovely to meet you. I would say not in these circumstances, but it looks like everyone's okay. Is everyone okay?
Yes. They're just now trying to make sure the fire doesn't spread to the rest of the house. Hyman, I didn't realize you had a daughter. Should have told me about
it. Well,
is she also in the fishing business?
You don't have to be embarrassed, old man. Jeez, no, not that great.
Yeah, I'm embarrassed because the whole situation. Well, I end up here because I was sloppy, and this woman helped me.
Ah. Well, thanks for helping.
Oh? She kind of chuckles and says, "You're not smugglers because you're not subtle. I don't think you're spies because you are horrible at lying. Not exactly sure who are you people.
Some people who don't want any trouble. That's for damn sure.
You would be this secretive if you had nothing to hide.
Well, think about secrets that you don't want people to find them out. So if we would take our leave and not cause you any bother, do apologize.
I'd let you go in all good conscience. Till I ascertain that your interests here are not harmful to me or the university.
Well, I'm not sure exactly what that means. Do we have a nice chat over tea or?
Actually, yes. Well, I prefer coffee, but yes. Now, I
Oh,
would invite you to my house, but why don't we take this my office?
Maeve grimaces, but I presume the guards are still there, so she would have to go with.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
you could like try and run away, make a break for it.
Make things worse? No, thank you.
But yeah, listen, she is inviting you to the university. If it's any consolation, technically the place you wanted to break into.
100%, 100%.
But failing forward.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take two guards and they'll walk you through the darkened streets illuminated by these fancy lamps that run on electricity, not oil, as you will be brought to the university. As she's gonna, and it's again, you don't walk into the university's like larger halls. It's a sort of a separate building where faculty has their offices and such. And as you get brought in, easily passing through different layers of security, her office is quite big. Like even in the university, she may not be like amongst the top level, but she's definitely high up there. Says well, can I get you anything to drink?
I would like that tea if it's still available.
As just gonna like have one of the servants bring still water for you, Hyman. Is that hangover still that bad?
Well, I guess a tea is better now,
Just
so we
gonna
can all enjoy a good tea.
She's gonna nod. Huh? The drinks are being sort of handed. So, what brings two wannabe spies into the northern parts of the city?
Well, apparently not doing a very good job with the job at the first place, so there's that. We we were looking for something. We had no idea if it was going to even be worth the trouble.
What exactly is that?
To remind me, we were looking to see if we could find paperwork or evidence to see about the seal, or was it what was exactly we were looking for? So I can remember.
You
We're
were
looking-
looking for the invitation that the other group dropped off, so you could find out where the party is, and also who's being like, pretty much, and maybe like find out any more information on like what would be on the invitation. You know, like the seal, what the seal looks like, all that kind of stuff.
Specifically, we're looking for the seal itself, or the invitation with the seal. We're looking for just something like that because we don't know. There could be many parties, right?
Yeah, specifically, you're looking for which party it is. That's the big
Yes.
one, and then like
Okay.
other details about like the wording and the and all that stuff. Just find out as much information as we can about this.
Okay, I gotcha. Just want to make sure I remember correctly. We were looking for an invitation particular invitation.
Just raises an eyebrow.
I know it does sound rather silly, doesn't it?
Now, I'm trying to meet you halfway here. I could report this to the guards and they will sort you out. I'm really trying to give you the benefit of the doubt. You don't seem like bad people.
No. We were just trying to see, gather information about an event. We don't really know much details about it. We don't know anything. That was the reason we were here. And we were hoping to see exactly if we could find out about it. As you can see, it's looking for a needle in the haystack.
I could help you out if I knew what sort of event. There are a lot of events happening.
Yes. And this invitation should have a seal of great importance. That's really all we are going by. Like I said, we don't want trouble. We don't know anyone. We're just trying to find information and then be about our way.
Again, I must reiterate the hard situation you put me in. Either I let you go and you commit some other acts that will befall negatively upon me or might actually harm others, or I just hand you over to the guards and they will use less pleasant ways to figure your true intent out.
Maeve just grimmaces as she glances at Hyman. She's like, all right, I am a sentry, or at least here on a job. And the job I haven't lied about, at the very least.
What brings, I will assume, 2 sentries? Daring investigation. Why all the covertness?
Oh. The fact that we don't have much in the way of evidence of who exactly is involved with the situation, as she kind of glances at her. The main thing is that we know there's been a large number of smuggling operations going on, and we're trying to get to the bottom of exactly what they've been smuggling. And we have an idea that this party is either the target or another clue for what's going on.
You're gonna tell me again. Not gonna relent with the information.
Only thing I have information wise is what the sea would look like. That is mainly it.
That's
I don't think
you was gonna
we know
say. You
anything.
know it's a fairy party. You know it's like
Yeah.
high nobility / royalty. Because a party is kind of because everyone has those
Yeah,
around.
because she was saying it was a high end party. That's all she. Okay, I didn't know that was more that she needed. Okay.
Yeah, but you know for a fact
Yeah.
it's a high-end party in the realm. That at least
Gotcha.
narrows it down. Because right now she's like, are we having this? There's a lot of events
Yeah,
everywhere.
that was more me not realizing. Okay. Other than the fact that it's a high end party for the realm, they invited mostly. I can tell you what the seal looks like, if that's going to make this easier for the conversation and not get ourselves in more trouble.
Definitely would. She like kind of pushes forward a pencil and a sheet of paper.
As she will begin to draw out the seal in her clumsy handwriting, I assume.
Yeah.
Well, would she be drawing like the shitty version that Hector drew, essentially?
Like, that's the only version we have, I
I was
think.
gonna
Yeah.
say you do know what the symbol actually is meant to look like. You've done the investigation.
Oh, we did know that? Okay.
Yeah, because Hyman told us, because he was the one who
Yes.
figured it out, I believe. Yeah.
What a hero.
This-
I assume maybe doesn't have the best, but yeah.
Ah. for one of the Tsarina's parties. Really high end. Well, you said you think there is such an invitation here, trying to track down.
We do. Not much else to go on, but it was a hunch we couldn't really pass up on.
Matters. I have one. My husband has one. Been invited to go to one of her galas in the future, but I think pass on that. The recent tragedy that's been befallen us. I don't feel the need to leave.
She nods. My condolences then for you. But if it'll be paramount that we have a chance to look over at the invitations at the very least as well. And if you and your husband wish not to go, then we'd be grateful if you would hand those over.
As she nods and she's gonna sort of open a cabinet and pull out a very good paper. She hands you the document. This is the one I received. It's due in, I believe, 2 months.
Yeah, she's gonna nod as she take a quick glance over them at the very least.
Yeah, it has it is stamped with the proper seals and all, and yeah, it sort of indicates a time and a place.
Thank you. This is valuable.
She nods and says, now such parties are held all over the realm. It might not be the same one, but if it's a party dedicated to the Tsarina, if it's important enough, I believe only one place that hosts them properly.
And what would that be?
Crystal City, of course.
Yeah.
What are you?
know.
Are you saying this is tied to smuggling rings related to Pepperdam?
We believe there's a connection between them, especially since we don't know exactly the full itinerary of the cargo, but something large was moved and meant to go there. We have a hunch, but if we're wrong, then we still have to check it out regardless. And if we're right, then we have to save as many people as we can. Stop it if we can.
Well, normally I don't like the fact that we have to resort to such means. Smugglers do have their uses. But if this is endangering people that high up in the realm, it would cause a unwelcome diplomatic incident. I would like to help you. Clearly have no real ties and connections here. So let me work with you.
I know I don't have the dice for it, but I still have to try to roll. Can I insight her?
In insight with society.
Hyman, would you also like to insight roll for me?
I have 2 insight and 1 society, so I can try.
Only like 2 basic. I should.
You
You just have to pull a mat.
gotta believe like he can. Oh no. Oh no. Uh, you do know this is a dangerous mission, ma'am. You don't have to put yourself on the line in such a way.
Well, you would be surprised with how much danger you have to deal with these souls as well. That's shouldn't be your concern. Just tell me, where was the invitation you are specifically tracking?
Grunt, just to make sure I understand. We don't have an invitation. We just had the what do
You're
you think?
You were
pretty
looking for one.
you're
Oh,
pretty sure. So the thing is, there's like other events. Like what she was
mm,
given to was one event in the Crystal City, but the thing is, Zach and his group were delivering another invitation, just like this one,
mm.
but to someone at the bowl.
Okay, okay. But we don't really know exactly where.
Yeah,
We're
but the
still
problem
on
is
that line.
they have gained so much ahead of you. You don't know, because the
Mm,
problem is whoever they might be working, they're probably just meeting there because you wouldn't like call the smuggle meeting in your backyard. The assumption was, hey, someone high up in the fucking university like has to be responsible for this, like because there's too much shit being done. There's too much pool being used. That's why you were
gotcha.
technically investigating this. Because you're like, well, we
Okay.
might find some clues here. Plus, the university is much closer than making a trip all to the bowl to try and catch up with the others.
Okay. Thank you for a reminder. And what was her question again? I'm sorry.
Um, I don't remember either. But basically, she's like, I can help you from the inside. You don't seem to have the sources.
Gotcha. Uh, yeah, she will nod. Uh, I can only well, I can only speak with my captain and ask if they are okay with such an ally, but would be possible for would be willing to wait for that verdict at the very least.
Please do. I will have ask for favor in return, but I believe we'll have no issue with that.
I will leave negotiations up to my captain, and I assume it's best you don't meet in public.
You can ask what the favor is, or just
Yeah, I was about to ask that. I'm sorry, I'm writing down at the same time. And I can only. What favor would you ask?
my daughter was killed in an accident not that long ago. I want the perpetrator brought to justice. Fortunately, she was involved in a smuggling operation, buying things off of people, and was at a meeting place when that meeting place was attacked. A lot of people were killed. Couldn't even find her body. She drowned in the sea.
I see. Do you have any leads on that
Yes.
exactly, other than
It is eyewitnesses, survivors claim to have been a Cinder Knight now. I find that highly unlikely, as their order would never do this. So it must mean we are dealing with a rogue Cinder Knight or someone posing as one. Matters not. He is a killer. I want him dead. He
I'm not
has he poses a threat to others, I'm sure. So I don't think it even falls that much outside of your regular job.
at the very least he has to be brought to justice. I don't see much problem with that. Again, I will send this information to my captain and see. Well, that verdict will be up to them.
She nods.
But thank you. It was lovely to meet you, ma'am.
Likewise.
Barring the circumstances.
Hope next time I can welcome you into my house and won't catch fire.
Yes, of course.
As yeah, she's just gonna let you go.
Yeah, as soon as we're out, presumably, she's gonna take a breath before turning to Hector. Not Hector, sorry, Heyman. I'm so sorry. Well, that didn't go too terribly bad, right?
Yeah, you saved the mission. Oh my god, that was so close for me to fuck up the things. Jesus.
No. I think I'm realizing Icarus. Hey, you leave Jesus out of this one. I'm starting to realize Icarus may be a little bit more right than wrong right now, and it's gonna annoy me the entire walk back. Where is Hector? Hopefully he's trying to start another fire.
Yeah, hope not.
Hector? She's gonna try to do a bit of a whisper as she's trying to walk, presumably away.
And just you just go around whispering like
No, she's leaving. She just does a harsh whisper of Hector as we're leaving, presumably, just trying to see if it makes anything happen. I presume not, Grunt, but she'd at least try.
no, as walk as you kind of go down the steps. You will just kind of see him sort of sitting on one of the crates.
Well, at the very least, not making any fires, so a bonus.
Well, I mean, I could.
You don't have to. Looks like things are looking better than worse, so let's go report back and get up here quickly.
Why are we in danger?
No, at the very least, I think I have to let Captain know the good news.
They'll kind of remember our deal.
Yes, I have not forgotten our deal. Do you wish to do this now, or when we're back at the safety of the tavern?
You can tell me on the ship.
Oh,
We're alone, and I can just stare into your eyes.
very well, Hector. On the ship, I will tell you something I would never tell anyone else. That's part of the deal.
He just kind of smirks as making your way back. As yeah, eventually you will be on the ship, sailing back across the pond.
Very well, Hector. A deal's a deal, so I will tell you something I have never told anyone else. What can I... I think Icarus was right. I think he was right. And I think you're far too distracting to be on a mission with. So in the future, I think I will make attempts to mitigate that.
This true. What was you right about though? What the subject?
Subject was you, Hector.
How am I distracting? I mean, I know how I think I'm distracting. How am I distracting to you?
I think I've actually fulfilled my part of the deal, Hector, by telling you something I would never tell anyone else. I don't think I need to answer that question. I'll leave it to your imagination. Don't tell me what you imagine.
I could show you.
You don't have to. You don't have to, Hector. At the very least, I don't want to hurt your feelings.
Well, you just listen. So that fire was a distraction for the guards.
I'm
Just
very
like
aware of the fire.
just like that fire, I'm super hot and I make people choke. So it's quite fine. Think about it.
Regardless, I'm going to give the information to Captain Charlotte about everything that's transpired, as well as the recommendation that we do not have missions together.
Because I burn you and you start choking around me.
Sure, Hector. That is yes. That is exactly what's the reason. You're far too hot for me to handle. How about that? Will that make this conversation end quickly?
Well, no, but it will make me feel better.
Well, there you go. I'm gonna go check on Hyman because he has taken an injury, and I want to make sure he's all right.
Smeeve, I have to be hot to melt that ice heart of yours. What do you want me to do?
Not do that at the
It's
very
my
least, especially when we're
Slua
on mission.
blood. We are all hot-blooded.
I don't think that was actually part of the Sluha list of things I've heard about at the very least.
Nah, listen. If you only knew.
I'm sure it's best if I don't know, Hector.
Well, you will find out one day.
You know what? Anyone can dream, Hector. It's wonderful to have beliefs and everything.
True. And when you do find out, you'll just be like, why? Why was I such a silly, silly woman? I could have been
You know-
enjoying life so much early.
I was going to thank you for being so resourceful during the mission, at the very least, but now I don't think I want to do that anymore. I don't think I'm going to do that at all, actually.
I don't need to do it. I did it as part of the team, right? I don't need thanks.
I'm not going to give you any compliments on how well you did. How about that?
You don't need to. I know I did good.
I'm going to go check on Hyman now. Please don't burn anything down.
Only your heart. And something
keep it
else.
that
but,
way then.
Technically, that something else comes with its own fire extinguishing methods.
She just narrows her eyes and hopes that she just rolls it and begins just to go check on Hyman to make sure he's all right.
Yeah, Hyman. So does anyone have actual care around here?
I have 2 in care. Well, it'll be 3 if it's academia, but I'm not sure how well that'll be helped because I don't have a doctor's bag or anything.
Oh, you have
Do you ask-
money. You do have money. Ethan, you
Yeah,
can
I
roll me. You can roll me a care. Be with a -1, I guess.
Yeah, I'll add -1. Do I add any difficulties? Just -1 and
It's
roll.
one
That's it?
crit. It's one crit, I believe. Like
Thank you.
fix him. Oh yeah, no.
I don't know how. I'm sorry, Hyman.
Yeah.
It's fine. Sorry.
Listen. You could pay for like a specialized doctor in town, or like you could remove your disguises and just demand the military aid you.
Once we get back, she'll probably chip in to hopefully pay for a doctor for him because I assume we're gonna keep moving with the mission and we need Hyman at his best.
I can take care of myself because I have 3 care and 1 academia.
Yeah, you can also
Oh,
roll. You have
oh.
a -1 because you don't have actual specialized tools. You can try.
I would ask if I could help him, but I don't think with my knowledge I can.
No.
So 1 crit.
Yeah, 1 crit.
Well,
Oh.
Damn.
Yeah, listen. None of you are doctors. But yeah, this is eventually Hyman, Hector, and Maeve will return back as you all regroup in one of the taverns. You can all see Icarus, Charlotte. You can see Hyman sort of slightly limping. It's like he has suffered some sort of accident.
As Maeve will go up to, once I assume Hyman takes a seat or make sure he's okay before going up to Charlotte. Ma'am, I have a report to make if you're inclined to hear it at the very least. Oh, is Hate gone?
What?
Hate your
Sorry,
duty.
I'm typing in the dumpster.
Maven said she's wants to report if you're ready for that, basically.
Oh yeah, you back? Yeah, sure, go for it.
Yeah, she would just tell you everything that transpired. I assume they were in a private area, so would tell you what happened, as well as hands over the invitation and ends the report with, to my conclusion, ma'am, I think it's best if me and Hector are not on the same team for such important things like this. I think it would be far too much trouble.
You realize this isn't like a 2-day little excursion, right?
I know, but I also would feel it's my duty to let you know. If it causes problems for the mission, then it should be noted, and I think it possibly can.
Okay, so could you explain to me why there's a problem? Just like in your own words. I get from the surface, but explain to me in your own words.
Well, at the very least, it seems I am not at my best. I think the best proper way to engage with what happened was to trust that Hyman could get himself out of the situation and to assumably go about completing it without going back. My head wasn't thinking straight. My head wasn't in the game.
Hector will actually speak up. I'm like,
Why is he here? He should not be here.
He's part of the team. Would you have excluded him?
I would not.
Even Icarus
I
would be
think
like,
she
why are you
excluded both of them. I think she wanted to privately give the.
Yeah,
Is what she said.
I would kick him. I guess picture me kicking him out the room immediately.
Can't believe this. Okay, that's fine.
Get him out of here.
Not part of the team, I see.
Fucking
No,
Maeve
Apparently, she's not letting Hyman in either.
This is just a report. She's giving.
Maeve sends Icarus to fucking.
So this is
keep
just
fucking Icarus.
between Charlotte and Maeve then.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what I'm
Okay.
saying. That's
Icarus
just
is
my
also not
report.
there either.
I see.
Yeah.
Continue.
Yeah, but at the very least, my head is not on straight when he's around. More so the fact, regardless of everything, it should not get in the way of the mission, and I'm nearly dead. And like I said, I trust that you will make the correct judgment, but it's my duty, of course, to tell you.
Okay. So, would you agree with me that he has been useful and has proven that he is necessary for the mission? So far?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So, I need both of you for this mission, and I cannot promise you that you're never going to work together. It's
Fine.
just the 5 of us.
I completely understand, ma'am. I'm not saying I'm demanding you to separate us entirely. I understand that we don't have such luxuries. I have to let you know.
All right. So, here's what I'm going to do. Talk to Hector, and I'm going to see about maybe getting him to lay off the hazing, at least while you are in the middle of a secretive infiltration. If I do that, would you try and, well, work this out?
She's going to have a stoic look on her face. You can try to roll if you want to see if she does more to it, but she's going to look a little, make a little bit of a shuffle before saying, ma'am, I feel like I'm not properly saying the words. The hazing isn't the problem.
It's not.
No.
What is then?
It is my reaction to them that is the problem. It is the fact that I am... I do have a racial response. Not all of them are negative. And I believe that is getting in the way of things. For me. I am the problem.
She kind of like bridges her fingers together and then she says, Maeve, are you trying to tell me you actually have a crush on Hector?
Sadly, yes. And at
Well,
the
then
very
there's a simple
least,
solution, isn't there?
not really, ma'am.
Have you considered actually just maybe going out with him?
Ma'am. At the very least, I don't think that's gonna really solve the issue we're having of me not having my head on straight.
Okay, so I think what the problem here is, you are. This is like a whole will they, won't they type of thing, and the whole like you're in your own head about this is what I'm thinking, right? And because you're still hesitating and you're still second guessing yourself, that might be where some of the problem is with your with your head being out of the game. All right. So what if actually try move past this awkward phase of you two flirting right in front of the rest of the team, and maybe you'll be in a better place. I don't know.
I I feel like this is getting too personal, ma'am. But it's
Okay, well, this is apparently a personal conversation here, all right? Because like I said, if I could accommodate you and be like, all right, no, you guys won't be on missions together, I'd do it, right?
of course, I presume you would.
So problem is I can't be as sure of that. So if there's a situation where you have to be together, wouldn't it be best to find the solution going forward where you don't get too distracted? Fixing the problem now before it becomes a problem later?
Okay, now she has like a very full-on blush on her face that she's just turning red. The problem, again, ma'am, is I don't want him to win.
I told you about the play Lovers War. It's a great play, great show. It's about these two characters who are both trying to get the other to admit to each other that they're in love because they believe if they admit first they've lost, and it's a comedy because everyone else knows how stupid it is.
At the very least, ma'am, practical reasons wise is one, this is not the time or the place to sort out this whole reasons. Two, I'd rather not explain to my grandmother exactly what's this entire situation because once we return home, that's a whole different thing. Out in the field, well, society back home is not so nice enough to allow such a situation to pursue forward. And I do not have any idea or belief that he will, follow along to us all the way back to the city, keep him on a leash at home, and hopefully he'll be fine with that.
That's kind of part of the beauty of being the Scouts, isn't it? We're mostly free from all that society bullshit.
Some, but personal family matters do not exclude that, ma'am.
You truly believe that if you come up to your grandmother with this boy and you say, Granny, I love him, she'll be
I think
like,
that's
get
a
this
big
dead
word.
flew out of my face or something like that.
At the very least, she would not be too. Her words would be, "How will this help the family?" Maeve, have you thought about the family, Maeve? Maeve, I feel like you haven't really put the family first in this, and you've only thought of yourself. How very selfish of you, Maeve. Is my grandmother's take on it.
And why do you care what your grandmother thinks?
Uh, Again, a
Last I checked, you weren't a 70-year-old woman.
very personal matter, ma'am. But if it must be answered, she's the only family I have, and she wasn't too happy about me joining the Scouts in the first place. And family's more complicated than just saying "fuck off."
Well, okay. So, if your granny loves you as much as you love her, then I doubt she'd cut you off just because the boy you're dating doesn't have wings. Maybe she'll be disappointed. Maybe she'll give you a fuss about it. But I mean, I guess it's up to you to decide whether you like him enough to say, Granny, I hear what you're saying, but I'm still gonna be with him. Or to just say, Granny, this is how it is, take it or leave it. I'm your granddaughter, you're gonna cut me off because of this, or are we gonna move past it?
I appreciate that advice, ma'am. And when this mission is over, maybe I'll have time to untangle this whole thing, at the very least. But like I said, I wanted to be honest with you, and I wanted to make sure I wasn't keeping anything that I think was important. And thank you, regardless.
Alright. Of course, I won't let any of this leave this room, but I can't promise he probably isn't listening in right now.
You, no, mm. Grunt. She's still gonna take a peek outside the door for a second to see. I
No,
swear to
there's
God.
no one. There's no one here.
No.
But you can hear from the other room. As well, this conversation is happening across the hall. Icarus, Hymund, and Hector, you're in the room as Hector is just boasting about Hymund's like, so yeah, you should have seen him. So he was like leaning on this like lady with the big tits and all, and he's like kind of like leading her into his house. Now, Hymund, come on, you didn't do nothing. You didn't do nothing in there. You just bandaged your leg. Come on, we all know what happened.
I think that's what we call a deep penetration in the military.
If I
Nothing happened.
sorry, go ahead.
Go on. Nothing happens because I thought that she's evil, and I don't want to blow up the whole mission. So
But listen, most rich people are evil, especially fucking nobility.
Plus, doesn't that just make everything better? Listen, I'm sorry I had to set the house on fire, but see, I feel like you were the true victim in that scenario.
I guess.
Maeve's all concerned about the operational security. No, I think you're the true victim. You should be paid compensation for this. And well, listen. Let's just say there's a reason. I think you would have had a good chance with her. Husband, my ass. Do you know? Do you know she had like a secret entrance through the fucking roof? Now, why would you have that unless you plan on sneaking in people in and out, secretively?
Listen, two older folks. Listen, I think it would have worked out. I think I agree with our good friend here.
I guess next time when we'll see her, I can ask her more questions and try to be close to her, and who knows?
Listen, even if she's evil, just have to make her good by giving her something else to put. See, you can't be evil if you can't like think of evil schemes. You're always busy. So be the one that keeps her
anyway,
busy.
it was a bad moment because what I heard about, she had some traumatic event in the past few weeks. So yeah,
Listen, you could have consoled her.
Well, I was just about to say that. You say that, I just feel sad and vulnerable.
Sure, you gotta exploit weaknesses.
yeah, I'm not that kind of person.
Well, you see, then you're a better man than I am. That's why she'll go for you. You're dignified, respectable, chivalrous almost.
Yeah, but the way we met, it was so embarrassing. Oh my, yeah, it was pretty bad.
Listen. I met me trying to sneak into a den of spiders and getting herself caught. Listen. I think that's exactly the ideal way you should meet the love of your life. I'm just saying.
Listen, we've definitely got caught in multiple webs. That's for certain.
I spin no
No.
webs, my friend.
That's true. Yeah. I was about to say, fuck, I was to do a fishing joke, but the sailor. It doesn't make sense.
I am a good fisherman, but see, I don't fish. I go harpoon hunting.
Maybe I can learn that from you.
Listen, I am more than willing to give you advice. I know your style is different than mine, but I think I can still input on certain things. But yes, Icarus, I did have to blow up a house.
Honestly, it's not the worst. Honestly, I mean,
I'm glad you think
Hey.
so. I hope everyone else will. I hope Charlotte will agree.
in that situation, now look, it could have gotten a lot worse, but it seems like it was. Well, depends on if the nice old lady's involved in the conspiracy or not.
Other than being super sus, I don't know. There was that hidden exit out of her house. What was this like? Yeah, I've never seen anything like it. I don't really touch it because not my style. But like a weird kind of blade, just kind of bendy like that. Kind of stood out in the room a bit. It was a bit off to the side, but
I'm not exactly a culture expert, but sprites, especially rich ones, do like to collect all kind of stuff from different corners
yeah,
of the
but
house.
you just like prop it against the bed. I'm just saying it's kind of weird, you know.
Okay, that is kind of weird, I admit. Okay. Sadly, Icarus is only one in culture. He's not a learned man, unfortunately. He could make so many jokes, but unfortunately, he's not a learned man. Actually, let me. No, I will not roll. There's no way he will meet. You fucking figure that out. I don't know, Red. I don't know, Red. I don't know, Red.
Hey, well, neither am I. Maybe I should have stolen it. Maybe that's like a good price.
I think that would have been worse than burning the house.
True. Who the fuck am I supposed to sell like weird blade? Plus, I think then Charlotte would be really mad at me.
Yes.
It's so hard not to be able to steal things. How do you people make a living?
It's called a salary. It's called being a public servant.
Well, do I get paid? Yeah, that's what I thought.
Listen. You live off Maeve's salary at this point.
I mean, I could help myself. It's gonna be too distracted to notice.
Exactly. Listen, girl's been blushing everywhere you go. Every time she goes with you.
I just do have that effect on people. It's quite
Mhm.
alright.
I don't think on everyone, but definitely on her.
Dave, are you gonna intervene at some point over here?
This goes on.
Okay.
I probably already wasn't there.
Nah,
Which I was like,
whatever. Like Icarus may have been speaking more like normally, but like Hector was boasting.
Yeah, I'm gonna just give Charlotte a nod before apparently storming into this part of the conversation. Because don't you dare touch my money! You don't have your hands on anything of mine.
Well,
Icarus looks at fucking Hector, presumably both having the same thought.
well.
I'll leave the two lovebirds alone.
We're not two of anything. Stop
Was that-
encouraging him.
I was planning on giving him a share of everyone's salary, so it all evened out, actually.
There you go.
Listen, you know what? I'll let you to talk. Listen, I've said my piece to you, Maeve, about you being distracted and whatnot.
There's no talking needed. At the very least, I've given my report. Captain, it's up to you to decide if you wish. I presumably, because I said that if she wants to meet with Charlotte, is that still something that was agreed upon when we left?
What?
The lady Esther, to
Yeah,
want to meet her.
so you can still organize a meeting between the two of them, but
Yeah.
Hector will say, now listen, I don't. Some money is all well and good, but like I only need money if I don't need to spend money. But right now, I'm with you, so I don't really need to, as long as I can eat. But should I like do the weird salute thing?
You
Ma'am,
want to?
I in fact have just saved Maeve's ass. I did the
How so?
job.
Oh, in the job. Good work.
So
Soldier.
I expect everything is well and fine, right?
Yeah. Pretty
Why not?
much.
Fine on our end, at least.
So why the hush hush?
Jail talk? Talking about, plays, actually.
Do I need to roll instead on this one? Do I need to?
Well, they did!
Maeve, you're having girl talk? About me?
No, my conversations with the captain is no concern of yours unless she deems it so. I'd have to give her my report.
About me as he like turns to the others.
Yeah, it's probably about you. Hector.
Yeah, seems like.
Why are you all encouraging this?
Well,
You know what?
well, listen, Maeve. It's better to listen. I talked to you, didn't work. So listen, I'm gonna do the other route now.
Other route? I don't think there's another route needed.
Listen, I think you and Hector should talk to each other. Listen, figure out what's going on between you.
I think we've had a wonderful conversation beforehand. We've had many conversations that don't really lead to much else.
Apparently, Icarus, she admitted that you were right.
What? Hector's gonna just laugh out loud. I'm sorry. I'll stop. I'll stop gloating.
I think it's best. It's my bedtime right now. Captain, if you need anything else from me, I will be in my room. The rest of you, she gives the middle finger to Icarus. I'll see you all later.
So, am I dismissed, or do you need like more reports from me?
What do you mean? Did you want to give a report too? I mean, you can.
No, I just want to leave now.
Okay. Where are you gonna go?
Into the heart of darkness as he like starts like walking away.
What the fuck does that mean?
Just kind of waves at you as he's like,
Oh, Icarus shakes his head. Charlotte, you've been spending too much time at the academy. Icarus also walk off into the night.
Also to the shadows.
The heart of darkness.
He will walk to the water. He will walk to the heart of darkness, which is Maeve.
Are you going to chat up with Maeve, Icarus?
Listen. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
If Maeve lets him, if Maeve doesn't shoot him.
he'll knock at your door, Maeve.
I swear, this is you, Hector. I will shoot you through that door. I'm
No,
trying to
no.
not do it.
No, it's not. I'm sorry. Lucky
Ah.
for you.
It's you. What can I help you with, Icarus?
I just want to apologize about the jest beforehand.
Wow. What is there to talk about? Unless you are going to give me an apology, which I doubt.
Oh, I do. You see, in matters like this, I actually do not like to be proven to be correct.
Yes, I understand the problems this can cause the mission, so I've already told Charlotte my concerns. And hopefully that will... Look, I won't let it get in the way of the mission. And it won't.
You hear like scratching sort of near the window, mate. Very subtle, but you can hear it.
Icarus using his big brain. He will say to Maeve before he walks off. Listen, the problem is I don't think avoiding the problem will help you on your thoughts. Listen, I'm not a talky guy. Listen, I'm more of a punchy guy, but I can see that maybe you and Hector should have an honest conversation, an honest recommendation, and I will not gloat about being right. In fact, I do not care. In fact, I would kind of prefer that I was wrong, and I was talking out of my ass beforehand.
You and me both, at the very least.
So,
But I understand what you're saying. Icarus, thank
Again.
you for your insight.
again, I don't care what you do. You're an adult. You're both adults. So just let's have a talk with him and sort this out. Avoiding the problem will not help you. But anyway, I'll not. But I'm pretty sure there's someone else calling for you.
She grimaces, but she nods at him.
Chris will walk off.
As she will turn to the noise.
Gonna open the window.
Yes, Karan, she's gonna open the
You
window.
can see like Hector like climbing up the building.
Oh my! What are you doing?
Well, I was gonna scare you, surprise you.
And have me shoot you out the window instead?
Well, listen, that's like too far ahead in the plan.
I feel like you didn't really think this one through. Honestly, now that I know you're there, I could just leave you, just close the doors immediately and just let you, I don't know, sink or swim.
Well, you could, or you could let me climb up through the window.
I don't think you really earned the ability to climb up the window. A hand on the ledge, maybe, at most.
Oh, listen. I'll be honest. I was Listen. Okay, fine. Not gonna barge into your room. I will climb down and I will walk away and find something else to keep myself entertained for the night.
No. Icarus is proving himself to be more insightful than necessary for my concerns. So apparently a conversation must be needed. Get in the room and don't touch anything.
Okay. Well, I mean, anything? Sure. Anyone?
That includes that level.
Starts climbing through the window. Are you ready to test your shield?
Yes, apparently.
But no punches, no like throwing me out. Or did you just like make me like get up so you can throw me out?
Well, I could, but it would only be me basically trying to make myself feel better about the situation. So we're going to have a frank adult conversation about this. Yeah. I want no innuendos, no nonsense until I'm done. Because I know that you can't hold yourself back for forever. So let's make this quick.
I never make it quick. Sorry. Force of habit.
Every time. Very well. Hector, I do find you attractive at the very least. And that is a problem for us as we are on a mission right now. And more so a problem because this cannot continue past talking to each other. Do you understand?
No.
I will go further into trying to clarify then. Hector, we're on a mission.
Mhm.
So I find you too distracting to do my job correctly. Which is a problem, because this mission requires all hands on deck.
Now, may I make a comment?
You may.
You can undistract yourself.
I can understand where you're coming from, and I will take that into consideration, but I haven't finished the entire spiel here. As for the fact of the matter is, Hector, I don't really see much of a way of a future for a relationship between us.
Well, kind of like sort of lean back. Okay.
Besides the point that you're a smuggler and who doesn't seem to really have much in the way of, I don't know, a steady anything, really. And I have no guarantees that you'll continue our partnership after this mission is done, or if, well, after this, I will never see
Steady
each other
anything?
again.
God, you sound like a noble. Do we get like our parents to agree on the marriage as well?
So I told you, no parents, remember?
Well,
You, on the other hand, have a grandmother who is very not inclined to agree to such dalliance.
tell me, now, let me ask you a question in return. You, you're not a noble, as far as I understand. You're a soldier, so
If you were to speak to my grandmother, she would call it something else, but it matters a lot to her.
well, I can explain to your grandmother that you probably are risking your life quite often, get endangered quite quickly. And now, I may not be an expert, and I'm certainly not someone that can judge, but I've stolen things from noble ladies. You ain't one, Maeve. Punch too hard.
I'll take that as a compliment, and you're right. My family has not been noble in a very, very long time.
So
It
unless
exists
nobility means something different from where you come from, I don't really look like a noble to me.
I'm not. My name is. That matters a lot to my grandmother. She wants us to be right back to that. She aspires for that. Seeing as there are very few children left in the family bloodline, you can understand her pickings aren't vast.
Oh, that just sounds like she doesn't like me because I'm a slua.
Possibly.
Well, there's
Yes.
nothing I can do to fix that.
Which is why I'm telling you this now, that it's not going to really work out. And regardless of her everything, she did raise me. She's taking care of me, and we butt heads all the time, but this is the one thing she's only ever asked of me.
Do not deal with a slua?
No, every relationship that I have has to be, well, agreed by her and something that will benefit the family.
Huh. I'll kind of like look sad at that. I'm like, don't think I can. Yeah, on that front, I don't think I have anything to offer you. I'll be honest.
I didn't want to. Yes, I'm sorry, Hector. But I wanted to be honest about you and be frank, because it
Ah,
sounds silly to say it, but it matters. She matters.
yeah, no, I am just little old me, Captain Nobody.
Regardless of your skills are valuable to the team.
Yeah.
And I will be honest and say that I wouldn't have been able to gotten through without you being there. So, because you don't matter to some people, doesn't mean you're some useless person. So,
Yeah. I just don't have any social or utilitarian value. Fine, that's just fine. I'll think that's enough. I'll just kind of have a good night. As he's gonna walk out the door.
Now,
Yeah.
now, Grant, Icarus is a bit paranoid here.
Ah, Mac, I'm sorry. You can't metagame this shit.
No! I will build this ship hand by hand, Red!
As Charlotte, there's a knock at your door.
Come in.
kind of like opens the door and Hector and just kind of just pipes in and says, I just wanted you to stop by. I think it's courteous to let you know that I officially put in my resignation.
Wait, what? What? Huh?
I was almost fooled there for a moment. I forgot what you are and what I am, and
Oh,
I think
Hector, come on in.
he's still standing in the doorway.
Come on, Hector, please. Let's talk about this.
Fuck is there to talk about? I'm just Slua with good Slua skills like stealing and smuggling, sneaking around, and no utilitarian prestigious value, no good name, no hero of the realm. I'm done, Charlotte.
No, you're.
You
Hector,
could give
please.
me eloquence roll
Yeah, all
or
right.
one
Eloquence.
critical.
Oh boy. I'm re-rolling.
It's
Three
not
it's not the
impossible.
worst.
Not impossible.
Two
Yeah,
All in.
successes.
Nah, all
he's,
this. No, I was kidding.
he's just gonna say, nah. Listen. I grew up in Tupperdom, Charlotte. Smugglers have been the only kind people to me, and I forgot that sprites are not the only assholes around. He like shuts the door and
Charlotte's gonna go after him.
yeah, I mean you kind of
Yeah.
chase after him as he's like going down the stairs. Icarus, you at this point both you and Hyman do see this fucking altercation. The fact that like Hector's clearly walking away pissed. Charlotte's like following after him as you're like both downstairs enjoying some R&R.
For fuck's sake. What a fucking clusterfuck.
Yeah, you can say what you were gonna say, Hayden.
He's like, all right. Well, I'm following you. Let's go.
Okay.
Let's have a walk then.
Yeah, well, it's gonna be a long walk, and then it's gonna be a long voyage as well.
Nope. We're gonna walk and we're gonna talk. And because that's what friends do.
Yeah, I guess he's leaving, and you're following.
Yep.
Are you all gonna walk with him?
No, Icarus does not have a connection to Hector. He will have faith in Charlotte.
I will follow. I want Hector with us.
Hmm? So yeah, you see Icarus. Hyman gets up and also join the other two. As yeah, you're sort of the three of you are then strolling through the streets.
Wait, I thought. Oh, so Hyman's coming too.
Yes.
Okay.
Listen, what do you want from me?
Well, I want you to come along with us because I like your company. You know, Hector, I get the whole, growing up in a not great place. We're actually not that different. Actually, I honestly haven't had many friends amongst my fellow fairies either, really. Could we talk for a minute?
Yeah. Well, we're talking.
Okay. As long as I can remember, people have been making fun of me for my the way I dress, the way I talk. The weapon I use, I thought maybe if I just got better and better, that they'd change their mind about me. If I proved that I was worth something, then they'd stop making fun of me. But they didn't. Even in the military, it's part of most people's jokes. I thought if I was likable, if I was friendly, people would reciprocate. Usually they didn't. It's kind of why I became a scout in the first place, you know? When you're out here, you don't have people who are dressed fancier than you making faces. It's, you know, walk past. So, I get where you're coming from.
And yet, it's fine. I'll be fine. It's not like first time I heard it, you know.
I know.
You know,
But-
when I was a kid, I used to say that maybe I would go to university one of the day, and then everyone just kind of laughed. Everyone has been laughing every time because look at the silly Slua, look at him trying to fit in. So I kind of stopped trying to fit in after a while, but when I saw you guys, it was something like feeling, right? I always heard kind of rumors, but like I never like actually seen you people, and it felt like for the first time I see people more focused on who I was rather than what I was, and made me forget for a moment. Silly me.
Hector, do you think I brought you in here just because I thought you'd be useful?
Yes.
Well, I didn't. Honestly, I thought you were a lot of fun to talk to, and, well, I actually really liked our banter and, well, the bets we made and poking fun at Maeve together. I actually had a lot of fun with you, and I kind of wanted it to continue on, and I thought, well, if I proposed to the group as we needed someone on the inside, they'd accept it, and they did. And it turns out you really were useful, honestly. I was happy because I thought that meant we could keep going together.
It'll kind of like give you a weak smile.
Can I try and give him a hug?
Yeah.
And also, don't forget that you saved my ass tonight setting the house on fire. So
Yeah, that was
thank you
kind
again
of
for
fun.
that.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, you see, we have fun together. I mean, we are friends now. You can't leave us.
Please don't go, Hector, actually. I know Maeve is kind of an ass about it, and I don't know exactly what you all talked about, but
She explained quite plainly why there's never gonna be any future between us, not because of I'm crass or annoying or stupid or whatever, but because I'm a slua, I have nothing to bring to her family. I have no name, I have no utility. I will only taint her illustrious, prestigious lineage. So, there's nothing really I can do about that, you know? That's one thing I swore to myself that I wouldn't be apologetic about.
you're right. You should never apologize for who you are, Hector. If Maeve can't see that, then that's honestly her loss. If she can't grow past what her grandmother feels, then that's on her, and she'll be miserable for the rest of her life. I tried
Sure.
to tell her that she shouldn't care about what her grandmother thinks, that she should actually stand up to her. And she said maybe when the mission's over she would. I just don't get it. If you won't stay because Maeve won't hook up with you, you at least stay because I want my friend here.
Kind of glance between the two of you and kind of just nod.
Thank you, Hector.
And I guess your new mission now is to prove her grandmother is wrong about you and what she thinks about Lua and all those bad things, because you are a good fellow.
Yeah, but I'll never have the titles. I'll have the prestige. Maybe. Think about it. What are the requirements to Sentry?
Grant, what are the requirements to join the Sentries?
I mean, there's like a military academy and tests.
You gotta go to the military academy and pass a test.
Yeah, anyone. There's no laws from
It's just that they're racially segregated battalions, but ferry and non-ferry, because you can't have flyers and non-flyers mixing. It's kind of inefficient, probably, but
Listen, I might be able to request him specifically on our team.
Yeah, you could.
but yeah,
you
anyone
could.
can join. Yeah, the ferries are very meritocratic. There's in fact like I think like even like ferry nobles, and there's in fact ferry nobles, by the way, also. Non-ferry nobles.
Listen, Sergeant, I think you can. I think you could probably. Well, nod and say, well, something to think about in the future.
You know, actually, when I talked to Byron, I said that you actually might have a bit of a future in the Scouts.
You'll kind of like look excited about that idea. On that note,